Well, the 1975 and 1976 Brewers got a little better again, and collecting got a little better, arguably, because Hank Aaron came back. And 75 was the Robin Yount rookie year. So let's talk about what there was to collect in 75 and 76. In 1975, Topps made 25 Brewer cards. The record was 68 and 94. Del Crandall got fired the last day of the year for that one. Crandall lost the team at some point. Second baseman Pedro Garcia decided he didn't want to field practice grounders anymore, and we just watched them go by. And he had to sit a while for that. Rookie Sixto Lezcano, actually pronounced Seasto. We've been saying that wrong all this time. But anyway, Sixto Lezcano couldn't take coaching and had to be benched several times and fined. And he did things like beat up water coolers. And one time, when called upon to pinch run, he just stood there smoking his cigarette. He later apologized to Del Crandall for being a butthead. And Del called it pretty sincere, and it seems like it was, because Sixto turned it around and really became a fan favorite for a while. Hank Aaron came back and got to play a new position, DH. He played in the minors as a second baseman and did play in the majors second base, a little bit. Well, when he was done, he played every position on the field except for shortstop, pitcher, and catcher. Topps made minis this year. They're just a little smaller, and they were sold only in California, and they're worth about 1.5 times the regular issue. OPC had 23 Brewers. Again, you can see the difference on the back. Other events this year were a Hank Aaron Day. Also, there was an All-Star game played in Milwaukee. And when they closed County Stadium, they had a day where they gave a bag full of stuff to fans that they had sitting around in the basement, I guess. Well, that's how I got a perfect program from the 1975 All-Star game. Graf Soda made special cans for the event. When the season was winding down, it was assumed that Hank Aaron would retire, and pitcher Bill Lee said he served up Hank's last homer, so he'd be part of history. But now that Hank changed his mind, he'll have to serve him up another one. Actually, Dick Drago got that honor the next year. The Brewers actually traded somebody for Hank. They traded Dave May. Hostess started making cards. Now, they weren't much of a design, but kind of cool. And the first cards that I got were Hostess cards. Now, they were on the bottom of Twinkie packs where they soaked up the oil and pretty much got ruined. Although people do buy and sell them as the special Twinkie version, because if they're soaked with oil, that's the Twinkie ones. But they're on just boxes of all the other products. They're meant to be cut out by hand, and mostly kids did it, and mostly did a bad job of it. Well, at least Hostess made a Robin Yount rookie. They did that along with Hank Aaron, George Scott, Darrell Porter, Don Money, and Billy Champion. Now, Kellogg's made a Johnny Briggs card. He was traded in June. I do have a ball signed by the 75 team. Pretty neat that Robin and Hank are on the same ball. Now, White Hen Pantry was a convenience store, and they made team rulers. I think they're cool. They're not worth a lot, but they're cool. Someone made a Brewer broadcaster set of cards, which I've never seen. I guess an excuse to make a Bob Uecker card. They made promotional discs with Hank Aaron on one. Now, these promo discs are going to be around for a while, and they're always, something different on the back, but the fronts are basically the same. Well, Hank was on this one. I don't have one, but it's exactly like the 76 one, which I do have. In 1976, Topps made 32 cards, and the team record was 66 and 95. Good for last place. Alex Grammas was the manager. Obviously, didn't do any better than Del Crandall. They did draft Bill Bordley 4th overall. You know that guy, right? Of course not. He refused to sign with the Brewers. He eventually made the majors and pitched himself to a 2-3 lifetime record. Never got a card. George Scott was on the Kellogg's card this year. Hostess made a Bobby Darwin, a Pete Broberg, Aaron Yount, Scott, Money, and Porter. And the red, white, and blue. And if you don't remember, everything in 1976 was red, white, and blue. SSPC came out with a card set, whoever they are. Not really a design at all, but I like the pictures. I have a Hank Aron promo disc from 76 here. These disc cards, though, were they're made for promoting just about anything from potato chips to restaurants to whatever. So Hank was the only guy on this year's. I also have a PSA graded 10 Yount from the SSPC set. It's mislabeled as a 75. So, yes, PSA makes mistakes. A&P made like a oversized, like 6x9 Brewer set. Although one card was the stadium. I don't have it, but they're cool, and I'll get it eventually for the right price. People think because I collect and I have a lot of stuff, I pay whatever it takes. That's not true. I try to get my deals. Someone made a test issue of lunch bags for kids. They never really got mass produced, but there's 5 different ones that have Hank on one side and another player on the other. I have ones with Pete Rose and Fred Lynn on them. OPC made 32 cards this year. I'll show the backs again. Kind of a sad, disturbing story about Dan Thomas. Now, Dan Thomas did play in 1976 and 1977. He was an outfielder. So, yeah, the 2 players in the outfield, both named Thomas. He was a 1972 first-round pick, 6th overall, and very talented. The Brewers loved him. He got suspended in the minors for half the 75 season for punching out an umpire. But he dealt with mental illness. He had a wife and 2 kids, and he told his wife that he wished he had cancer instead so people would understand what was wrong with him. Now, alcohol and drugs were part of his life too, and he joined a cult that observed the Sabbath day, Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, and very strictly. So even though the Brewers liked him, they couldn't really have a guy who wouldn't play 2 games a week. And when they released him, no one else did either. So after baseball, he had a hard time, and when he was 30, he was accused and arrested for raping a 12-year-old girl, and he killed himself in jail. I'm just leaving that alone there. Okay, that was 75 and 76. I hope you enjoyed it. We're going to keep going through the years here. 77, 78 is next. See you next time. Thanks for watching.